Hello, everyone. My name is Jason Wilson.
And my name is Olivia, and welcome to
Short and Sweet Cinema. So, Olivia, do you want to tell me, the viewers, what we're talking about today?
Of course, Jason. Today we'll be talking about the latest reincarnation of the Roald Dahl magic with Wonka, a new take on the Willy Wonka world. Be aware of spoilers.
That's right, Olivia. Let's jump straight into it. Wonka, like its former movie 8 classics, follows our main character, the mysterious and whimsical Willy Wonka, and his love for chocolate and candy. This movie is more of a musical than the past predecessors, which makes this movie just a bit more magical, taking us through a new take of the Willy Wonka origin story.
Wonka starts off wandering off on his journey in Paris to be a part of the Gallery Gourmet after 17 years at sea, learning and perfecting his chocolate-making craft. Willy is excited about his creations and dreams of opening his own shop in the gallery to be one of the best chocolatiers in the world. When Willy arrives, though, he finds out about a lot of strange rules that only affect him. No daydreaming, no opening up shop, and even being told he can't sell his chocolate.
That's when we find out that the three head chocolatiers, Slugworth, Prodnose, and Ficklegrubber, have essentially made a monopoly on chocolate in the gallery by bribing the chief of police with their delectable chocolate to keep Wonka's chocolate and other competition off the street.
Keep your wretched chocolates!
1,800 boxes?
Oh, deal.
These chocolatiers don't play around, though. They hated the ideas of Wonka's chocolate for being too good and extra. The chocolate cartel then caused chaos throughout Paris to make sure Wonka chocolate doesn't sell.
One bite and just look at her!
There's nothing wrong with the chocolate milk, isn't there?
I'm terribly sorry, everyone, and I don't know how to explain this, but it appears that the chocolates have been poisoned!
The chocolatiers have a secret vault hidden under a chapel guarded by an unethical cleric played by Mr. Bean. 500 monks, a specialized combat guard in the vault, all to hide away their evil chocolate deeds with the chief of police. Also, while writing this, we found out the chief of police's name was Chief of Police. How ironic.
All this and even more sour batch of suckers that Willy has to deal with. Willy has to live on contract with his landlord, Mrs. Scrubbit, and her muscle bleacher. Willy did not read the small print that was a literal scroll of rules that led him to being 10,000 credits in debt, which he would earn one a day, equaling him to work in a laundry room for 10,000 days.
This leads to Willy meeting an orphan named Noodle, an accountant named Abacus Crunch, a telephonist named Lottie Bell, a former worker named Piper Benz, and a failing comedian, Larry Chucklesworth. All the characters fell into the trap of Mrs. Scrubbit contract while high on their dreams to get a promised cheap living, ending up in the laundry room, working with no foreseeable end.
We haven't even covered the surface of this movie, though, with its many musical numbers. Hatful of Dreams, talking about Willy's dreams to be a famous chocolatier. You've Never Had Chocolate Like This, which is a recurring song throughout the movie, which we certainly enjoyed. And Olivia's personal favorite, the Oompa Loompa song, just to name a few.
Oh yes, Jason, we had almost forgot to mention my favorite part, the little orange man with green hair who steals Willy's chocolate, the Oompa Loompa named Lofty Loompa. Turns out Willy stole cocoa beans from Loompaland while Lofty was asleep at his defense post, in which he got exiled until he gave back 4,000 pieces of chocolate back to Loompaland. Turns out the Oompa Loompas have very sound government that doesn't mess around. Fun fact, when the Oompa Loompas tell stories, they have to sing and dance, just like in the original films.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop, see?
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got a tragic tale for you.
Well, Olivia, without any real spoilers given out from our summary, what were your thoughts on the Wonka?
Why, thank you, Jason. I thought the movie was really well done, especially the parts where there are similarities to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Everything made sense in this movie because as a viewer, I could really tell how it could lead up to the adventures from the previous movies. In addition to this, I very much enjoyed the relationship that was built between Willie and Noodle. It was similar to an older brother, little sister relationship. He wants to make her life better and believes she was capable of great things. They were always there to support each other throughout all the troubles faced from the other chocolatiers. They even visited a giraffe named Abigail so they could get some milk for the chocolate. Willie doesn't know how to read, so he thought a door that said tiger actually said giraffe. He realized he made that mistake after opening the door and seeing the tiger. Helping Willie learn how to read is something that Noodle helped with him over time. I also really enjoyed each of the songs within the film. All were enjoyable and fun, while Chalamet surprised me with his talent for singing. That's some pieces I liked. Jason, what do you enjoy?
Well, Olivia, as much as I enjoyed the relationship between Noodle and Wonka over time, I enjoyed each story unfolding all at once, especially in song form. Each of the songs were enjoyable and catchy, and not to mention furthered the plot. One of my favorites was A World of Our Own. This song came in when Willie opened up Wonka's chocolate to give a scaled-down vibe of the original factories that we've seen in the previous films. This featured so many wonderful and colorful set pieces along with a giant chocolate cherry blossom tree and a blue chocolate river.
Where you can be free, wherever you go.
The Oompa Loompa song, which Hugh Grant did a really good job with, keeping the song upbeat and silly as the originals were.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got a tragic tale for you. Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-dee. If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
Not to mention my love for the retelling/reimagining of Willie's relationship with the Oompa Loompas being less prominent in this film. The fact that Willie stole a cocoa bean from the Loompa Land and has to settle his debt with them 1,000-fold is actually hilarious. Overall, Wonka was a magical experience with sprinkles of nostalgia of the original childhood films, and Timothée Chalamet's performance as the man with chocolate plan feels familiar to both former Wonkas like Johnny Depp and Gene Wilder's, being unpredictable and whimsical all at once.
Well, everyone, that about does it for this episode of Short and Sweet Cinema.
Look at some of our other reviews from our many hosts of Short and Sweet on the Short and Sweet playlist on YouTube.
Till next time, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jason. And we Wonka wish you a good day.